learn from waiters and never go empty-handed in your work in your company. Yes, waiters at the restaurant. How to be more efficient? Well, that's a lesson that I learned when I was supporting my family to manage the restaurant back in Rome, back in the days. And it was absolutely interesting that there is a say that good waiters never go empty-handed. Well, what does it mean? Well, if you know how a restaurant works a little bit, there's always something to do. There's always something to do because there is the bread to bring at a table, there is the basket of bread at another table that is empty and needs to be refilled, there is some water to bring, there is some wine, there is some food coming in and out, you need to change the cutleries, you need to change a plate, there's someone asking something, hey waiter, you have a minute, and there's always something to do. And menus to bring, you wouldn't imagine how many times tables, I see it around because I notice patterns, right? And especially on something where I worked in, you just notice around that people do not have the menu. They sit down and they stay there for like 15 minutes without having a menu. And then you see waiters going around empty-handed and you wonder, is the service good in this restaurant or is it good enough? And that's the point. In a business, in your company, it's the same. Are people going around empty-handed? Because what happens in many companies, without people actually realizing that and without even the management knowing that, is that people go around empty-handed. They do work, like the waiters in those restaurants where they sometimes go empty-handed. It's not that they don't work, they do work. They're probably quite good at that. But they're not effective. I mean, every time they do an effort to go from the kitchen to the dining room or from the dining room to the kitchen, there is always something to pick up, something to carry, something to serve, something to help with. And if they're empty-handed, it means that they're doing a trip and it's wasted. It's just doing the trip for the sake of it. So think about how many things in your company, how many processes allow these empty loops where people do things, so they do something, they move stuff around, but they don't actually add value. I've seen examples of companies passing over a document that needed to be reviewed by this person and then by this other person and then by this other person. And actually there were 4 iterations where there was no real value added. Not even a review in terms of quality review, it was just, it needed to go through the steps because that was the process, but it was not actually needed. So I would invite you to really look at processes in your company with this mindset. Never go empty-handed. And when you do so, you will see that you will increase in effectiveness and the work will be much smoother. So this is one of my practical productivity tips. I hope you liked it. See you at the next productivity tip, and in the meantime, stay strong and stay effective.